So, Paul, this is your first fight outside of America or Canada. Are you feeling any difference fighting here in Brazil outside of North America?
You know, other than the travel being a lot further and a longer flight and a little bit, hurting for sleep when we first got here, seems, pretty normal. Everything's going the way it normally goes, whether I'm fighting in Las Vegas or Boston or Chicago. It's all the UFC. The show's the same. It's just I'm in a different country with different fans, and so far everybody's been great. I haven't had any harassment or anything like that. Just excited to put on a show, man. Ready to go.
And does the long flight affect you in your weight cut or something like that?
No, that's why I flew out Friday afternoon, got here Saturday morning. So we wanted to make sure that was all the sleep problems and weight cut problems that got out of the way Saturday and Sunday. Monday we were on track.
Speaking of long flights, I saw that you started a GoFundMe campaign to bring your corners with you. How did that go?
It was going really well, actually, and a lot of my fans were being super supportive, but we started to get too much negativity. People took it the wrong way, took offense to it. It was never intended to do that. It was never intended to kind of poke at the UFC and say you're not giving me enough money. It was just to see if I can get some help. The flights are expensive to Brasilia, so we were like, well, let's start a GoFundMe. I've seen other people start them before. It shouldn't be a big problem. When it started to get a lot of negativity, we just took it down, and we were like, it's not worth the hassle. So.
Did the UFC reach out to you about it?
No, I even reached out to the UFC first. I said, man, I didn't expect this kind of negativity. I'm sorry. And the one media girl that I'm close with that I talk to a lot, she was like, I didn't even know what you're talking about. So I don't even think they noticed, to be honest with you.
So are you fighting Saturday with less cornermen that you're used?
No, we figured it all out. We got everybody here.
How did you get money to bring?
Well, I mean, the GoFundMe did raise, quite a bit. We got almost, I think, $3,000 raised in just a week or so. So it could have gotten even more. And I was going to give some money back and try to figure that out. But before it got to that point, I was like, let's just cut it short.
Do you think that's something the UFC could do to help fighters in long travels like this, like from the US to Brazil or Japan? Do you think they should do something to help?
Yeah, I think just one extra. Maybe I don't mind covering maybe one other flight, but it would be nice to have for international flights where we're traveling 12, 13, 14 plus hours, and the ticket rates go up. We're trying to make money for these fights, so it kind of sucks, but. It is what it is. There's a lot of fighters on the roster, so I also understand.
Talking about your fight now, Trinaldo's on a roll. Do you think a win over him brings you big rewards, despite the fact that he's not a big name in the UFC?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe, actually, that he's not a bigger name in the UFC. When you watch this guy fight, he always brings it. He's always exciting, but he's kind of flown under the radar a bit. He's on a 6-fight win streak, and he was just ranked number 15, and that changed. Rankings are always shifting and moving, so I think a win over him is huge for me. Whether people know who he is or not, I know who he is, and I know how tough he is. So, we wanted this fight. We know that he's somebody that if we knock him off his win streak, it catapults me up there even more.
How do you see this fight going? How do you think you're going to beat?
I mean, I'm going to try to keep it sharp and outstrike him and keep the pressure on him and get him fatigued. But to be honest with you, I see it going bananas and getting a little crazy in there, and I think the fans are going to go nuts for this one.
Speaking of crazy, Trinaldo shared a video of him training Blindfolded. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think that is going to help him beat you?
No, I don't. But, every coach and every trainer's got different little tricks that they do. So, maybe that's the next big thing coming out. Who knows? And him and his coach could be the first guys to start it. The reason I shy away from anything like that is this just concussion city. You know what I mean? If I don't see you and you're punching me in the face, my jaw is going to get rocked. So, hey, man, it was cool. I watched the video myself. I stumbled upon it on Instagram. I was like, that's Trinaldo, blindfolded. So it was a good watch.